Live from the WAME News Center, this is the 6 o'clock news. Iredell County's trusted news leader with Bryson Davis.
Good evening. This is WAME News at 6. I'm Emily Sigmon, in for Bryson Davis. 2 people are dead and a man is facing multiple felony charges following a late-night crash near Cleveland in Iredell County. Investigators say the collision happened just after 11:15 Friday night on Amity Hill Road near the Iredell County line. A pickup truck crossed the center line and slammed head-on into a passenger vehicle. Both people inside that car were pronounced dead at the scene. They've been identified as 20-year-old Fletcher Mark Daniel Harris of Catawba and 19-year-old Skylar Nicole Provenza of Statesville. The driver of the pickup truck, 37-year-old Juan Alvarado Aguilar, suffered minor injuries and was taken into custody. Authorities say he is charged with 2 counts of felony death by vehicle, driving while impaired, traveling left of center, and driving with a revoked license. Bond has been set at $250,000. As news of the crash spread, grief of 2 young lives lost has rippled through the community. The North Carolina State Highway Patrol continues to investigate. The search for a missing Iredell County teenager has ended safely, and another high-profile missing juvenile case in the region has also been resolved. The Iredell County Sheriff's Office confirms 14-year-old Gideon Andrew Ferguson was found alive Saturday after being missing for more than 2 days. Deputies say Ferguson was located about 1.5 miles from his home in Cleveland following an extensive multi-agency search. The effort included sheriff's deputies, volunteer search teams, drones, and assistance from state and federal partners. Ferguson was evaluated by medical personnel due to exposure to cold temperatures and is continuing to recover. Investigators say the circumstances surrounding his disappearance remain under review. In a separate case, authorities in Gastonia say 14-year-old Clayton Clark, who was reported missing in late December, has also been located and is safe. The Gastonia Sheriff's Office has not released additional details about the circumstances of his disappearance or recovery. While both juveniles have been found safely, law enforcement officials say investigations into the events surrounding their disappearances may continue. Authorities are reminding families to report concerns as quickly as possible, noting that early reporting and community involvement are often critical in missing juvenile cases. Both cases drew widespread attention and concern across multiple counties in North Carolina. After the break, a nationwide manhunt ends in Mooresville. What led investigators to the suspect? Coming up.
When I never graduated from high school, I realized I wanted to go back to school because I didn't want to work these back-breaking jobs the rest of my life. With the help of my father and having my son, that was all the motivation that I needed to come back to school. I felt accomplished, made me feel that I could take on whatever challenges life throws at you.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver. And we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
A man wanted in connection with a deadly shooting in Chester County, South Carolina, is now in custody after being located in North Carolina following a months-long search. Authorities say the shooting happened on Monday, June 17, 2024, at the Ramsey Grove Apartments on Flint Street in Chester County. Investigators say one person was found at the scene and was pronounced dead. The Chester County Sheriff's Office identified 45-year-old Carlton Wallace Dixon as the suspect. After the shooting, officials say Dixon fled the area and became the focus of an extensive nationwide search. Law enforcement officials confirmed Dixon was taken into custody Monday afternoon in Mooresville, North Carolina, with assistance from the Mooresville Police Department. Authorities did not report any injuries during the arrest. The Chester County Sheriff's Office has obtained arrest warrants charging Dixon with murder, possession of a weapon during a violent crime, and possession of a firearm or ammunition by a person convicted of certain crimes. Officials say they are now working with North Carolina authorities on the extradition process to return Dixon to Chester County, where he is expected to face the charges related to the June shooting. The investigation remains ongoing. State officials have expanded North Carolina's imported fire ant quarantine to now include all of Davie, Forsyth, and Iredell counties. The expanded quarantine now includes parts of or entirety of 81 counties across the state as officials work to monitor the invasive pest and prevent it from spreading into areas not yet affected. Under the quarantine, residents and businesses in affected counties must obtain a permit before moving certain regulated materials into or through non-quarantine areas. Items requiring inspection and certification include nursery stock, sod, soil, hay and straw, logs or pulpwood with soil attached, and soil moving equipment such as construction and landscaping machinery. State officials say any materials that could potentially spread imported fire ants are prohibited from being moved without proper approval. Agricultural officials warn that failing to follow quarantine requirements could result in stop sale orders, rejected shipments, or the destruction of regulated items. The imported fire ant was first identified in North Carolina in 1957 and has since spread across much of the state, impacting agricultural, residential, and natural areas. Officials say the ants pose risk to people, livestock, and wildlife due to their aggressive behavior and painful stings, making containment and compliance with quarantine rules critical. Still ahead, a legal challenge against the Mecklenburg County Sheriff is dismissed in court. Plus, a look at what to expect from this week's weather after the break.
Dear moms and dads, what you have achieved here today is going to help us and our futures. It is why we are coming up on stage to collect your diplomas.
You know it's true.
Mom, we love you always.
Everything I do.
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
What are you doing in there?
What's that?
I wouldn't do that. What are you doing? What are you looking for?
A petition seeking to remove Mecklenburg County Sheriff Gary McFadden from office was dismissed last Thursday in North Carolina Superior Court after it was filed without approval from Democratic District Attorney Spencer Merriweather. The petition, brought by State Rep Carla Cunningham and 4 former Sheriff's Office employees, alleged threats against a state lawmaker, extortion, corruption, and willful misconduct in office. Cunningham said McFadden warned during a July 26 phone call that people of Mecklenburg County would come after her if she voted a certain way on a veto override. Judge Stuart Albright dismissed the case in a one-page ruling, citing a lack of jurisdiction. Sheriff McFadden is scheduled to appear before the State House Oversight Committee on January 29th. Meanwhile, a separate investigation requested by the district attorney and conducted by the State Bureau of Investigation remains ongoing. The petition stemmed in part from Cunningham's vote on House Bill 318, an immigration law requiring local law enforcement to hold suspects for up to 48 hours after ICE is notified. McFadden has previously opposed cooperation with ICE and ended the 287 program on his first day in office. The former sheriff's office employee involved alleged jail mismanagement, retaliation against staff and whistleblowers, misuse of resources, and favoritism within the department. A cold week ahead for Iredell County. We start with sunshine, but below average temperatures. Monday and Tuesday stay dry with daytime highs in the low to upper 40s and overnight lows dropping into the mid-teens to low 20s. By midweek, we warm slightly. Wednesday and Thursday bring partly sunny skies with highs climbing into the low to mid-50s, while nighttime lows remain chilly in the mid-20s. Heading into the weekend, temperatures turn colder again. Highs fall back into the 30s with overnight lows in the teens, and there's a chance of wintry precipitation late Friday into Saturday. Thank you for joining us tonight. We appreciate you choosing WAME News. I'm Emily Sigmon.
Stay informed. Stay ahead. WAMEnews.com. Social